Oh, here we are again now, and it's like no time has passed. Gazing out upon the sunset as it sinks into the night. Many times it seemed as though a given day might be our last. Face to face with certain death, it's somehow coming out alright. I don't think that we have any cause to lament, but there's quite a lot of thrilling intent, thrilling intent, thrilling intent, thrilling intent.
You've entered four of you have entered a familiar neck of the woods. The creatures here still do roam. However, you've mostly cleared this area out.
Did you kill anything on the way here?
Oh yeah, we just had other priorities.
Look, can we not grade us?
Sorry.
I'm super
being
not
judgmental.
appreciating. Yeah, this is not the time to be grading
I'm trying to be better at that. I
Everyone on the off
apologize.
chance that these monsters are attracted to bickering, I think it's in our best interest.
You're right.
Quiet
And
down.
I really, Harlock, I appreciate that you apologized. Thank you.
Harlock leans over to Astra and says, I don't actually mean it. It's just to get through this.
No, Astra leans over to Harlock simultaneously and points at the paper on which Harlock is currently grading them. Oh, I think you should add 10 points for working well with others, at least.
I walk ahead, smiling, satisfied that Harlock is learning to be a people person.
We can all better ourselves. Some more than others.
Oh, man. Yeah, no, you travel back through this area.
Astra's
There's
a
this
click at her
dude.
feet.
No, this one is fine.
Aw.
You travel back through this area, and this creature you most recently killed, its punctured body rests in the nearby foliage.
Write that down on your grade list, please.
She does.
Wait, you guys killed a bunch of these things on the way here? They seem like, I don't know, it seems physically improbable. Look at the size of it compared to the size of you.
What?
Since when has that been a
has
factor?
improbability ever stopped us?
I mean,
you
I
literally own a gun. Size means very little to you.
Yeah, I mean, isn't a gun basically just a machine that, you pull the trigger and whatever you're pointing it at stops moving?
I feel like we have entirely different understandings about the way the world works.
It's a very simplistic way of looking at high-tech technology.
I stabbed a sea monster in the head.
That's high tech? Doesn't it just make a thing go fast?
Yes, honey, it does.
Talk to Kira about it.
Astra, yeah, no, this one is not moving over here.
Not
It
moving
rests.
as in,
That's
dead?
good.
Yeah.
Or...
Yeah, it is super dead. Astra moves over to one of the dead Olm that you passed on the way up. She quietly reaches down, takes something from her pocket, and then places it on the Olm's corpse. You've noticed a sort of similar gesture on the entire way up. It was just... You kind of assumed she was doing that whole, movie eye close thing that people always do. But taking a closer look, Marcus, you actually notice that she's pinning medals on these dead folk.
I am so sorry. Is there anything we can do for these bodies?
I guess, yeah. We could probably take them with.
I should have asked sooner. I start, just grabbing one of this body's legs and
Yeah, okay.
unceremoniously attempting to haul it after me.
She kind of cocks an eyebrow. Is there something you want to do with it?
Oh, no,
This
I
got
meant,
weird really fast.
some way we could honor them in accordance with your traditions and culture?
What? Oh,
That came
yeah,
that came across weird. I'm sorry.
Yeah, do you, The two pause and kind of scratch their heads for a second.
I dropped the corpse's foot.
Thunk.
I elbow Thog. So, what's a party foul, but, for dead bodies?
Funeral foul.
Yeah, I was about to say, fucking dropping the casket at a funeral or something.
Yeah.
Funeral fumble.
Because, maybe we need to have a company meeting about that, because, I made a similar mistake.
It's
Oh, really?
dead. Who cares? Let's go.
Okay, maybe Harlock needs to attend the meeting too.
See,
I don't work for you. If I did, you would have finished your job that you haven't
well, you
finished
kind
yet.
of do.
Community enrichment is what we do, okay?
We pay you protection money. That's kind of like you work for us.
I'm freelance.
Anyway, we can leave the body here. It's really okay.
Okay, I feel like there was a bit of a cultural misunderstanding there. I'm very sorry if I was, at all.
I feel like I probably culturally misunderstood more, so that's okay. I was curious about what you might want to do with the body, like...
Reflecting on it, that was an awfully strange thing to say, and
Don't talk
I can't
about what I
imagine
do with bodies.
what you thought of when I So we can leave it here, and I will just say that I'm very sorry that you have lost countrymen today.
Marcus, you better do a magical dance to make sure its ghost doesn't come back and haunt you.
I'm just frowning at the whole situation.
That's not how it works. Is that how it works? I ask Astra, deadly serious.
The second Harlock finishes talking, you notice Astra, like, looking over at you, eyes slightly wide and expectant. Then you look back at her and her placid expression returns.
I shuffle back and forth from one foot to the other for a moment.
Harlock gives like a...
Anyway, let's get going, shall we?
I've told 2 jokes today.
Listen, we fought a lot of monsters on the way to the Harrow. We fought the Harrow, but like secondhand embarrassment is the closest I've come to dying so far.
Ashe and Harlock, working together, find their way out of the most dense area of Harlock's traps. You manage to reach the area that you first discovered them cropping up, with that mysterious circle you passed by. I will say, you two together make quite a formidable team.
Thog and me are pretty... Oh.
No.
Yeah, me and Marcus are pretty
I'm just trying to figure out how it can be someone's job to read a map.
I know how to read a map, but you had us go through some places that we didn't go through on the way here. Like, I mean, I totally get detouring around the traps, safer, definitely, but like...
You mean the more efficient route?
All right, Miss
She
Efficiency.
is right.
Yeah, it's okay, Marcus.
Why don't we just take a straight fucking line back, huh?
Yeah, it's okay, Marcus. Next time they'll be talking about us, and we'll have
Definitely
an adventure
next
that they can
time.
actually observe, you know?
It's fine. We haven't had a chance to tell them all about our japes. We'll get there.
Yeah,
we need to be
no,
drinking
yeah,
while
they
it
gotta
happens,
know,
though.
yeah.
Alcohol is important.
Wait, did I
Speaking
put a
of
weird
which-
circle here?
Yeah, Harlock, I was gonna ask. There's a weird thing around here, and it kind of smacks of that stuff that you used on me when we first met.
Good times.
It what?
No. Was this... Did you put this here?
Yeah, good thing you didn't run into this trap. You probably would have died.
Oh, what's it do? What's it do?
That seems to be true of a
Why
lot.
would you put
I mean, I
this
didn't know you were going to be here,
here? This is like a trap specifically for fighting me. Why did you put this here?
but I didn't know. It's a coincidence if there was any, if there were any Ashe types.
Please, I'm one of a kind, I say, and confidently strut forward.
According to this dossier,
I'm
you
going
are
to step
not.
forward and just put a hand on Harlock's shoulder, shake my head.
Yeah, anybody who deals in magic might not want to trigger this trap.
Astra peeks over your shoulder. Why don't we be more flattering about it? The Ashe-like genre.
The Ashe-like
So do you have to get like right up on the circle to trigger it, or what?
I mean, do you want to see?
I definitely want to see. Don't worry,
All right.
I can
Yeah,
stay where you are.
I definitely want to see
I'm not
as well.
magic.
Don't
I'm
you have
definitely
a...
magic, but it just makes me want to examine this even harder. What am I talking about?
Yeah, I guess. Go ahead and trigger that tripwire.
And you can tell me about Gregor
I'm
types.
going to step away so my arm doesn't break.
Astra sits very close. Thog sits like a short distance behind.
I stop with my foot directly over the tripwire that Harlock alerted me to.
Should I be ready to like dive on some kind of magic anti-magic grenade?
You're not magic. Nothing will happen.
Yeah,
I take
exactly.
a step back.
Think of me
hold
as a non-magic, everyday, ordinary, made of wood shield.
Harlock pulls a beekeeper's hat out of her bag.
Yeah, I'm gonna get as close to this circle as I can without triggering it and use all of my magical knowledge to try and figure out what's happening here.
Oh, cool.
I'll do
Okay,
the
so
same.
you're trying to steal Harlock's techniques.
I mean, I
this.
didn't quite say that in so many words,
I
but
don't like this
big
at
time.
all.
And I'd like to use my non-magical knowledge.
Gregor, you should hold on to the back of my shirt
Gregor,
while I lean over this
It is
circle.
Tuesday.
Marcus, you take a close look at this seal. There's something hidden beneath the foliage. You'll need to clear it off if you want to get a clearer image, which in the process of doing, you will absolutely activate the runes here.
Hey,
But
does
take
anybody
it-
know Gust of Wind? Anyone?
Gregor inhales.
I can't hear you over there. Are you coming or not?
Okay, we're done. We're done here. We're done here.
Astra looks back at you, back at the trap, back at you, back at the trap, frowns.
Oh, hey, that's a nice helmet you've got, Harlock.
Marcus, it's really big of you to just wander away, letting something curious like that sit out in the open.
Yeah, well, the alternative is being bested by somebody, and you know I won't have any of that.
Harlock runs over and collects it. Those are expensive traps.
You put it back together. You take a close look at the trap. The anti-magic trap was rigged up in such a way that a member of the Ashe-like genre would trigger it, likely trip, fall, and simultaneously 4 to 5 beehives would fall off.
Oh no!
What a terrible thing.
And that little hand of moss and stone wouldn't have worked until you found me again, so...
Well, it's not so bad if you're not an Ash-like.
Yeah, thanks for the warning, Harlock.
You said you wanted to trigger it.
I didn't say I wanted to trigger it. I said I wanted to look at it.
Astra
Oh.
puts
You
up
should
her
have been
hand.
more specific. Harlock turns to Astra and points at her like a teacher, yes.
Yeah, I kind of wanted to see it triggered.
Me too.
You exit the trap forest. You reach a rolling steppe of grass. Everything out in front of you seems to just slope away peaceably towards the ocean. You see the moonlight reflecting off of the even tides, striking your eyes in just the most pleasing manner.
Oh, that is
Oh.
gorgeous.
I turned to Astra. You doing that thing?
She actually looks legitimately, like, super fucking flattered. She places one hand on her chest and exhales, a smile playing across her lips. Wow, yeah, that's an extremely kind thing to say about me and my ability. This is just a beautiful panorama given to us by nature. To attribute it to me is just the highest praise.
Oh, yeah, of course. It was very nice.
She seems super pleased at this fact. Thog just kind of looks at you and shrugs.
She does this thing. You'll see.
She does the thing. Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
what
is that?
I'm really having trouble parsing
like-
her.
It's like nice and
Is it a
and
magic
good.
thing? Is it a
And
monarch
like
thing?
it looks like this sort of.
And also terrifying.
It's a what? What did you say, Marcus?
I said, is it a magic thing? Is it a monarch thing?
I shrug heavily.
It's sort of like a landslide. Awe-inspiring and beautiful and terrifying, but only terrifying in the fact that you know that the world is impermanent.
That's.
Otherwise,
Wow.
it's real beautiful.
I think we
I'm
got.
going to update your dossier.
I think we got two very different things from that experience.
Okay, I get where you're going at, Gregor. So it's like a sinkhole, but like somehow pretty.
No,
You'll see
Pretty
one day,
sinkhole.
Thog, I'm sure.
Is that doable?
it's a very beautiful experience.
I'm no
It's like a
poet.
plastic bag blowing in the wind.
You're all
What?
terrible, hollow people.
Oh, so it's like
Hey.
a tumbleweed that's gone too far.
Marcus, say something like.
I don't judge your standards of beauty.
Marcus, say something impressively artsy.
Landslide.
I'm sorry, I've
You
got
can use
nothing. It's been a
mine.
long day.
Are you okay? Fine. You know what?
Look, I also think that this fantastic natural panorama looks gorgeous.
Yeah, it's like that.
What? What?
I guess it does come back to that, huh?
Well, I could do the thing.
Ooh,
Yeah,
Should I
do the thing.
Okay.
Yes, please.
everyone prepare
yeah.
for the beautiful
I'm a fan
dread.
of things.
Harlock doesn't want the thing.
Yeah, I feel like it's been built up a lot, and I'm more than willing to perform. In fact, I believe I can exceed your expectations, but at the same time,
Please do.
Yeah, that look of expectation isn't something I want to betray, she says, looking at the group now. Okay. She takes this a few paces forwards, begins humming, then suddenly stops, turning on her heel. Should I tell you a story?
What kind of story?
Yes.
I could tell you the story of the Harrow.
Is it a scary story?
Is it scary?
Yes, absolutely.
Marcus rubs at his stomach. Ooh, indigestion.
Okay, but if it gets too scary, you have to stop.
Yeah, we have a rule. What time is it? Thug pulls out his pocket watch. Yeah, no scary stories past 1 a.m. It's against the rules.
What time is it?
1:30.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, no, we're over curfew by 30 minutes, so yeah, I will have to cut you off if it gets too scary.
We have the rules for a reason.
Leans in. We have some sensitive types around the bar. Leans back.
Ashe types.
I narrow my eyes at Gregor.
If it gets too scary, I'll help out, you know. I'll help out. Don't be afraid, Ashe.
Yep, and I'll get out my scary story checklist just so that we can make sure that things don't get out of hand.
Oh, that's
This
good.
isn't a magic scary story, is it?
Astra begins to move forwards and hum.
Harlock just finds her ability to make people lose control of their faculties terrifying.
Harlock thusly chooses to abstain. All right, gather around and listen, my friends, because this is a tale from long, long ago. She begins to take one step after the other, the grass parting with each movement. Once again, you see fire begin to spring forth from around her feet, rivulets of flame that bounce and dance amidst the grass. Will-o'-the-wisps begin to animate in the air, filling the clearing around you with radiant light.
Whoa.
Yeah, see, it's awesome, right?
Yeah, my expectations are actually exceeded.
What natural disaster does it remind you of?
That's pretty nice. Thog just kind of mumbles from next to you. Distant Harlock is not impressed or fazed.
Hey guys, Fost here with a quick announcement. We made a couple changes to the Patreon. First off, and most importantly, Colvin's going to be going to space camp. And what that exactly means, well, you'll see coming soon. But other than that, we added another goal, a $3,000 tier for a Z-Wing special. We revamped a couple of the donation tiers and did a couple minor tweaks here and there. Go check it out. Thank you. Bye!